Hi guys, it's Emily from Novell Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my October book haul. Now, had a bit of a rough month. I'm filming this the 27th because I'm not going to add any more books. Any more books I buy will be added onto next month's TBR again. But it's been a bit of a rough month. My COVID playing up a little bit. My anxiety's gone through the roof. So I've probably bought a few more books this month. And I've actually unhauled a fair few unread because I've just not been in the right sort of place. So I've just thought, do you know what? I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to be action plan. If a book doesn't feel right, get rid. I can do this. So, yes, I have bought a few too many books. I have been a bit crazy, but I am really happy with what I bought. In fact, I'm looking at this pile and I don't think I regret any of them. I'm really looking forward to seeing if any of these are going to be like 5 stars. Now, I had 3 gifted to me. One was from Tandem and Ed Press. It was the Patchwork Girls, which you guys would have seen all over my Instagram, and that was for they wanted me to review it for the publishers, and I was, oh my god, it's probably my favourite book that's ever been sent to me by the publishers. One of my absolute all-time favourites because it was 5 stars all the way. I've already lent it to my mum. I will say, if any book I recommend to you to buy, the Patchwork Girls is incredible. It is only new released. I know it's out on sale in Morrison's at the moment. I know the supermarkets are selling it and it's not too expensive. It's a wartime book. It's by Elaine Everest, who is one of my favourite historical fiction authors. And it's just incredible. It's got a bit of mystery in it, which makes it really exciting. So yeah. And then I got gifted by, hang on a minute, by Baz Books. You know, all the guys at Baz Books, which I love. Because I've been buying so many books from them, they gifted me this book. The Girl with the Griffin Bracelet by Alexandra Jovi, who's an independent author. At some point I will have to read this, but it's quite a chunky book. It's an indie author and it's, yeah, a bit of a historical fiction. It's set about is it a story of ancient Lydia and the fabled city of Babylon, the richest of the world, and how Cyrus freed 40,000 Jews from the plight of slaves and allowed them to return to the homeland. It's quite good. I think this is one that once I've read it, I don't know, I think Charlie might like it. I think you might like it, Charlie. Then my mum and my sister, because my mum and my sister went away this year in September, they bought me a book in October. So they bought me a book because I looked after my mum's cats. And this is probably a book I should be reading right now. It's The Comfort Book by Haig. Now I listened to it on audiobook and I did enjoy it, but I think I'm very much tempted. Oh, look how beautiful this is. Very much tempted to be picking this up, actually. Reflections on hope, survival, and a messy miracle of being alive. Okay, there is a reason I'm filming this. There is a reason why this has gone live. I think I need to read this. Okay, that's going to go there. My sister bought me that. The mum and my sister bought me that because they thought I needed it. And actually, the way I'm feeling right now with my anxiety, that's exactly what I need. I think sod the rest of my books. I'm going to read that. I'm going to read the bits and bits. Doesn't matter if I don't finish it by the time this goes live. I'm going to read it. And now for the books I bought. I bought 29. 2 are covered over from last month. So that is 27. But I've already added one book onto next month. So it's kind of 28. Okay, at the moment we're saying when this goes live, it's when this is recorded, it's 28 books I've bought this month. I was gifted 3. But I've already unhauled 6 unread books and I would have read quite a lot more than 29, hopefully, by the time this goes live, by the end of the month. So I may well get an even TBR. I'm ignoring my library books because I want to get my physical TBR down before Christmas. I will do it. I will not buy too many books in November. Do not let me, guys. Please tell me to stop. I'm trying not to because obviously at the end of November, fingers crossed, I'm going charity shop shopping with Gemma, which is dangerous. And obviously I've got Christmas coming up and I know people are buying me books. I know my family have already said they're buying me books. So please be good in November. I've got to cut this number down. The first 3 books I have bought though are all Page Toon books. Now you guys know I love Page Toon. I am literally my favourite contemporary author going, one of my favourite authors in the whole wide world. And she is doing a thing called the Page Toon Buddy Read. So every month we're reading one of her books. And at the end of the month, she's doing a live discussion about it on Instagram. I've already read the first one and they're actually done in publication order. Now, I've already read all her books, read them, borrowed them from my sister, but I don't actually own any, didn't actually own hardly any of them. So, yeah, I'm kind of rectifying that. I will be honest, I am buying them on ABE Books. I'm not sponsored by them. That's just a cheap place I found to get them, and in charity shops if I find them. I've only got to get February's, and I've got January, I've got November, December, January. So, and I've got March as well, I think, somewhere. So I'm getting there. I will get them all. So that will be coming up on the regular on my channel, is me buying those books. But the Pictures of Lily, I think, is March or April's book. Will You Marry Me? So I don't want to go too much into detail because these are all brilliant books. I think of you, then I think of you, then I think of you every day, but usually the quietest part of the morning and the darkest part of night, not when my boyfriend of 2 years has just proposed. I look up at Richard with his hopeful eyes. Lily, he prompts. It's been 10 years and it only feels like yesterday since you left. How can I say yes to Richard with all my heart belonging to you? Can't remember this book very well. Really looking forward to reading that. The one that you would have already seen on my November TBR is Johnny Be Good, which is her second book and probably one of my all-time favourites. It's actually one of the least published books, so if I can promote any book for you guys to buy, it's this one. This is about a girl called Meg Styles, and it's her leaving party. And basically she becomes a PA for this Johnny guy, and Johnny Jefferson. And they have got other books in this series. She's actually written about him and her in another book, which I can't tell you spoilers about, but there's another book. And these two feature quite prominently in a lot of her other books after this. So when I say I can't wait to read this, I can't. And then One Perfect Summer. 2 soulmates, 3 broken hearts. And I remember this, and these characters feature in her other books as well. And this is about Alice, who, we start off the book when Alice is 18, and she's about to start university, and Joe's life is going nowhere. It's a Dorset summer, and they get 2 of them sort of get fun. And then they've got this guy called Lucas when Alice goes to university. Can't give spoilers, but these characters again appear in other books, so can't wait. That one was the one I found at a charity shop, so my 25p, I bought that for 25p. The other 2 were like £3, which is not bad from ABE Books, but that was 25p, so I was like, yeah, getting that. So those are my page turn books. I can't go into too much detail because obviously I've got 29 books to talk about. Then I found this for £1, which is the most recent Veronica Henry book in this Beach Hut series. I've read the first book. I need to finish this series, I think, so I'm going to have to read this next year, I think. And this is A Day in the Life of Beach Hut, and I think this is like got short stories and little like snippety bits. It's a short story collection, but in fact it was only released this year and I found it for £1 in Thames Valley Hospice, so that's quite good. I'm really happy with that. Elizabeth Noble was another good contemporary author. She's not fantastic, but this was like 25p, so A is for affection between childhood best friends, between their parents, between their brothers and sisters. B is broken-hearted. Natalie, when her boyfriend dumps her just before Christmas. C is for chemistry. Could Natalie and Tom have it anyway? This looks like fun. Looks like a good, easy contemporary for 25p. Not turn it down. Then this I found, which is Ruth Jones's most recent book. Everyone has been talking about this. Gemma's picked it up. My sister Charlie's got it, so I'm actually reading it with my sister Charlie. About 3 friends who meet when they're 8 years old, and this reminds me of my sister and her two of her best friends, Helen and Emma. And it's about 3 best friends and keeping their promises. The Invincible Triangle looks brilliant, just what I needed. For £1, I had to pick that up. Then a book that I've already read, but it was my sister's copy, and it's all been all over you lot. Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. Again, I think this was £1 in my local bookshop, but it was one of the award-winning books. It's won loads of awards. It's had loads of promise everywhere. I read it. It's about sisters. I wanted my own copy, so for £1, I wasn't going to turn that down. Then a book to make me giggle, the Schoolgate Survival Kit. That is purely why I bought it. It just looks like fun. Looks like simple. Do we all survive the school gates? I know that as my kids are getting older, I don't have to be at the school gates for as long. COVID, I'm there even less time now. But I do know about the school gates fun time. You always have to look halfway decent when you go to the school gates. This is interesting. Looks like a funny book. Then I did this stupid thing. I went to the works to buy Christmas presents. Yes, Chloe, watch out. Yours may be arriving. and they had the 3 for 2, but at the time I didn't know if I'd bought this, so I didn't buy it, and I bought another book in the 3 for 2, so I ended up buying 2 books, and I should have at different times, and I should have bought them at the same time. But this is Christmas at the Little Beach Street Bakery. I've got the first 2 books, and I've got another book. But I wanted this one to make the series up, and yeah, it's a beautiful copy, the up-to-date copy, and it's brilliant. This is another series I'm going to be reading next year. This is the Jenny Colgan series that I'm reading next year, because I read the Muir series this year. So this will be her next series I'm reading next year. Then I fancied another cheap Christmassy book. I wasn't sure what I wanted. This is actually the first in the series. Christmas Under a Cranberry Sky. Bring a little festive magic to your holiday. I've heard about Holly Martin over Bookstagram. Don't need to know too much. Piper Chesterfield, life as a travel writer is glamorous. Staying in the finest hotels is every day for her. She calls nowhere home, and that's just how she likes it. And then her next assignment takes her to Stardust Lake Hotel. And then she meets a guy called Gabe Whittaker, the guy who breaks her heart. This one, again, this one I found in paperback, buying it. It's been all over in the charity shops in hard paperback. And I found this for 20p in my local charity shop. It's Trisha Astley. It's Christmas. What more do you want? I don't know if I'll read it this Christmas. That's going to be down to you guys, but I will be reminding you about that in a minute. This is a feel-good Christmas novel on the year, and it contains recipes. Yay! It's food book, and it's Christmas food book. Okay, I need books like this. This is about Meg is definitely not in a Christmas mood, and then she gets this guy called Lex, who's a festive person. Don't need to know too much. You guys will be voting on whether I read this month, because yes, I will probably have announced it in the book haul video that's going up. That would have gone up my book you would have seen me properly announce my books that I am going to be giving you guys to choose my TBR. So just a reminder for those of you who haven't seen it, there will be a poll. There should be a poll on my channel when this book video goes live about 4 Christmas books you get to vote for, and the one that gets the top out of that. So 4 Christmas contemporaries. You guys will pick one of them for me to read. I won't read the other 3. Then I'll have 4 non-fiction books. Not too hard hitting, but again, 4 non-fiction books, and then 4 historical fiction books. The top one for each of those categories will be read in December. I will be openly saying now that this will be on one of those lists. The other one I've only just thought, so the other 2 won't be because it's Christmas books, but all right. Anyway, now I've got to my historical fiction. I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 historical fiction books, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, a lot more contemporary. Who cares? It's Christmas time nearly. Whatever. Don't know too much about this one. It's King's Concubine. It's Anne O'Brien. Historical fiction-y, Tudory fiction-y. This one's set in 1362, so it's not way before Tudor times. 1 marriage, 3 people, proud king, loving wife, infamous mistress. Don't need to know any more than that. It's the pre-Tudor era. Anne O'Brien, love her work. Had to pick it up. Then the next 2 were, again, this is what I said about the books that I bought. So, you guys know that I loved the Ops Rooms Girls. I read that in September. So, I found on Amazon this for £2. My friend Kate got it for me on Amazon Prime. So that was £2. I'm going to be reading that in December. Actually, that's going over to my December. I'm already picking my December books on my shelf. And then in the offer on the works, this was only £3. It was again the 3 for £5. I should have got them. Victory at the Opera Room Girls, which is the last in the series. So that's going to be for at some point next year, probably February, the way with my January TVs I was already booking up. And you guys know I love that. The 2nd and 3rd book in the series, don't need to know any more. Love the Opera Room Girls, wanted the whole series. Then, I don't remember, apparently I bought this. And then, and I don't remember why, I know I liked Rosie Henry Girls. East End Angel, my mum was born in the East End of London. Fancied this. The East End Angels, the newest members of the Station 75 ambulance crew. So I think this is the first. Then I saw the next one in the charity shop. But this is not the 2nd in the series. This is further along in the series. I bought it. So now I've got to put on Goodreads which ones in the series I've got. Because I didn't put on Goodreads that I had that, but I thought I had it. So I bought this one anyway. but this one's later in the series. So I've now got to wait until I've got the second and third, or whatever others, before I can read that one. Methinks ABE books are going to like me because I'm going to end up, if I can't find them in time, I'm going to buy them on there. Stupid Emily. Why do I buy the book one and then book like 6 or 7? My brain's a bit kerfuffled. Can I say that it's my getting older? I don't know. Anyway, then I bought this for 25p, The Lovechild by Rachel Hall. She is all over Bookstagram, I think. I've seen her work places. This is a book set in 1917. A 19-year-old Alice Cooperman is pregnant. Unmarried, she's forced by her parents to give up the child as soon as it's born. A childless couple, Edith and Philip Burns, yearn for a baby of their own. Adoption seems their only choice. As little Irene becomes part of their family, she grows up sensing that she is different. But will anyone tell her the truth? Oh God, this looks good. For 25p, not bad, eh? Then again, I have the third in this series, so I've now got the first. I just need the second now. Frontline Nurses. Even at war, there is hope. So another blooming wartime book. I've got a funny feeling this is like the First World War. After training with the first aid nursery at Yeoman, Leona, something or another, sets off to Europe with her new friend Victoria, determined to do her bit. So this is set abroad. It could be quite good. I need the second one in the series now, so it's another one I need the second one. But at least I got the first. So now I've done it in the right order. Now I've kind of caught up and got the first when I had the third. Then I bought a Liz Fenwick book because, again, I think she is all over Bookstagram. This is historical fiction set in World War I, apparently. The River Between Us. This looks gorgeous. Don't know what it is about this one, but this looks gorgeous. Letters sent in the battlefields in France in World War I. This looks really good. I don't know why, but something is telling me to buy this, so I bought it. Then I got another Annie Murray book, which I love all of Annie Murray's books. A lot of the People Friend recommendation this is. A terrible tragedy comes hope and healing, mother and child. Again, I don't need to know too much. A moving story of loss, friendship and hope over 2 generations. Can't really see what era this is, but I think it's wartime. And I've loved all of Annie Murray's work, but this looks like one that's going to make me cry, and I'm not going to read that at the moment because I do not want to be crying. So, near the end, guys. Now I've got 2 classics, 1 YA, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 non-fiction, and 2 thrillers. So yeah, I've been had a bit of variety this month with my book buying. This one I've already bought, Miss Dr. Wartle's School. I bought this for next year's Booktober. Anthony Trollope. Katie from Books and Things loved this. I don't need to know any more than that. I'm looking forward to reading that next year. Everyone's been reading this year. The Picture of Dorian Gray. This may be so for next year. See, I'm already planning for next Booktober, guys. Short story. Looks good. Everyone's talked and loved it. The next one was my YA book that was probably my most stupid book buying that you can all shoot me for. The Age of Miracles. I fancied it hit because it sounded cute. It sounded about books about miracles. An ordinary family, an invisible catastrophe. I can't say it today, guys, sorry. For 11-year-old Julia, The Age of Miracles, an age where kids shoot up 3 inches over the summer, the rough crossing of childhood. And then something happens, it's dystopic and it's a bit strange, and I don't know why I bought this, but hey, I had the hope at The Age of Miracles. So, what am I like? Then I found a Kathy Glass book for 25p, The Night the Angels Came. This looks like this one's going to kill me. We need a foster home for a little boy called Michael, my social worker told me. His father, Patrick, has been battling cancer for 2 years, but the chemo has stopped now and we need to find someone to look after his Michael when his dad's no longer able to. This looks like one that will kill me. So, yeah, I won't be reading that at the moment. Then one I bought because of my mum and my sister love books about, like, Yorkshire Shepherdesses and animals, and it's 1 husband, 8 children, 1,000 sheep. This looks like fun. It's farming, it's animals. What more do I need to buy? Do not need to worry about anything else. This was only 25p. Then some people have been reading this. I thought this was a classic, but it's actually non-fiction. My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell. I watched the TV thingy years ago about this. It's animals. Don't need to know any more than that. Again, cheap buy. Then this next one was a bit of an insane one. Kind of Chloe inspired me to get this. Lover's Always Mum. And it's about the story of Mae West and the Rose Wests. And this one will be very hard hitting. We all know the story in the UK about Rosemary West and her husband Fred, and the fact they killed their children and killed loads of other people. This is going to be hard hitting, but I know their story has intrigued me, but I will be holding it for when I'm in a better place. Then lastly, oh my goodness, my book's all over me. They're going to fall apart. I found this for £1. I'm buddy reading it with Chloe at some point next year. Ruth Ware's latest book for £1 in the purple copy. It's stunning. Everyone talked about this Ruth Ware book. I nearly bought it full price. I do not want to know anymore because it's thrillers, and I know that I love Ruth Ware's thrillers. So that was £1, had to buy it. Then The Death of Mr Westway from the same charity shop the next day. I thought I had it, but I don't. Everyone's talked about this one as well. I think this one's supposed to be quite good. When Harriet Westway receives an unexpected letter telling her she's inherited a substantial bequest from her Cornish grandmother, it seems like an answer to her prayers. There's just one problem. Hal's real grandparents died more than 20 years ago. Intriguing. Do not need to know more. So, they're my 2 thrillers. Is there any books in this pile that you think I should prioritise? Let me know in the comments below. Is there any books that you want to buddy read with me? Let me know down below. Please vote for my books for December. I would really like you guys to think. I've already got some ideas. I've got a funny feeling that the Shepherdess book might go on in that pile. Might be in that pile list when you see it. I know which one of the Christmas books is going on that pile. And I'm going to be caring. I want December books to be good. I want December books to be ones that are going to make me happy, or make just ones that I'm desperate for. I want to end this year on a high with loads and loads of 5 stars. So if you think some of these other books that are not necessarily in the poll, but you think I should read them in December, let me know. I do listen to you guys. You tend to get things right. You know me very well. Thank you all for your ongoing support. Thank you for getting me to my 800 subscribers. When I'm recording this, I'm on 807, and I can't thank you enough. I am not in the best place at the moment, but I am trying to get better. And my channel is a godsend. You all make me smile. You're all amazing. I'm so lucky to have this. Thank you again to Julie and my sister Charlie for getting me to do this channel, because I'm just forever grateful for all of you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.